Of course, last night was the Academy Awards and hashtag Oscars so Asian? Hell yeah, that's right. That's right. It was an incredible night for the Asian American community. So many Asian artists won and thanked their parents, which was like so nice. Although, honestly, if their parents are anything like mine, they were probably just like, okay. Let's move on from movies to music and some big news for a hot new artist.
A new song credited to Donald Trump and the J6 Choir is now topping the iTunes music chart. Justice for All features the former president, along with a group of men in prison for the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Wow. I can't believe I'm saying this, but those guys should stick to insurrecting. This song is such a turd, I'm surprised it's on iTunes and not Nancy Pelosi's desk. This is so bad, Mike Pence heard it and he hanged himself. And why are they calling themselves Donald Trump and the January 6th Choir? Coup in the Gang is right there! Anyway, let's get to today's big news. The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. I know it's impossible to believe that a town that could spend $500,000 on this ape would have financial problems. But somehow it happened. SVB was the 16th largest bank in the country and the favorite bank of tech bros, disruptors, and anyone who's ever invented Uber, but for weed. So here's what happened, okay? SVB invested a lot of their clients' money on a bet that interest rates wouldn't go up. And when interest rates did go up, they started losing their clients' money. Then they told their clients, hey, don't freak out, but we're losing your money. So, of course, everyone immediately freaked out and ran to the bank to take out all their money before it collapsed, which then caused the bank to collapse. It was like that bank run scene from It's a Wonderful Life, but if everyone was wearing Patagonia vests. And look, people are legitimately scared this could spread to banks across the country. So to stop the panic, the federal government took the bank over and promised everyone that they'd get their money back. And it's kind of funny because some of the companies who had money at the bank were screaming on social media that the government needed to come and save them. That's right, all those tech bros who complain about being under the government's yoke were suddenly like, oh no, my money's gone? Yoke me, Daddy! So, that's basically what happened. But if you're looking for an explanation of why SVB failed that doesn't require you to learn about interest rates, well, Fox News got you covered.
Part of the problem is that this was one of those woke banks.
They were one of the most woke banks in their quest for the ESG type policy.
This bank, they're so concerned with DEI and politics and all kinds of stuff.
This bank, Silicon Valley Bank, they had been focused on a lot of these social issues in the last weeks and months leading up to this collapse.
They had a month-long LGBTQ month of activities just before the bank collapsed.
I think the senior vice president of risk management at the bank was heavily focused on LGBTQ plus programs.
The female head of risk management spent a lot of time spearheading what critics would call woke programs, such as a safe space for coming out stories.
Oh, right. The female head of risk management. That explains it. She probably spent the bank's money on shoes and abortions. For more on Silicon Valley Bank, we go to Michael Kosta. Whoa. Michael, where are you?
Well, where does it look like I am? I'm at Silicon Valley Bank's headquarters.
Looks like you're at a gay nightclub, man.
This is just what a woke bank looks like, Cal. The first floor is a gay nightclub, second floor is a gay bathhouse, and the third floor is gay accounting.
Okay, well, what's your impression of SVB's collapse? Seems clear to me that it's a result of rising interest rates forcing the bank to sell its bonds at a loss.
That's so naive, Cal. No, the reason the bank collapsed is because of woke.
What do you mean woke? How did that collapse a bank?
It just did, Cal. Woke. DEI, ESG, POC, AOC, BET. The list is endless, and the list is woke.
I don't see what any of this has to do with a bank failing.
Well, that's because you're not a trained economist like I am. But once you learn the history, you discover that every bank crisis that has ever happened has happened because of woke.
There's no way that's true.
Oh, come on. Women get the right to vote in 1920. 9 years later, the Great Depression. Okay? How about this? Segregation ends in 64. 17 years later, the recession of 81 hits. Coincidence?
Come on, man. You can't connect these. Women and black people are not behind all bank collapses.
Of course not, Cal. Sometimes it's gay people's fault, okay? Just look at the names behind the 2008 financial crisis. Lehman Brothers, Goldman Sachs, Bear Stearns, Rusty Trombone Investments. It's all major gay financial institutions that lost money.
I've never heard of Rusty Trombone Investments.
Well, they lost a lot of my money.
Look, forget your theories for a minute. What can consumers do to keep their money safe?
It's easy. Skip the banks and keep all your money in your wallet like I do. That way when I need some money, oh my God, someone stole my wallet. I know who it was.
Oh, that's terrible. Who was it?
It was woke.
All right, man. Okay. Good luck with that. Michael Kosta, everybody.